What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to NoLifeTilMetal. It's time for another rock metal update. That's right. It's time for another rock and metal update. Strictly vinyl this time, all 12-inch vinyl. Starting off with, I can't remember if I showed this one before or not, but there's a band I've been listening to quite a bit recently. I believe this is their 2014 release. This is My Silent Wake. Described them as doom, a little bit of gothic, very ambient, death metal-ish at times, mostly in some of the vocals. But it mixes, growl vocals and clean vocals and female vocals. It's a little bit of everything with this band. My Silent Wake from the UK. This album was limited to 300 copies. This is number 42 out of 300. They have a newer album out, which they did a campaign to raise money for, and I posted everywhere, all over Facebook, on all the different groups I belong to, and on my page about it, and then forgot to actually pledge myself. Idiot. Anyhow, luckily a friend of mine grabbed a copy for me, so I have a copy coming. But great album, very cool vinyl too. It's kind of this odd colored vinyl. Comes with a download card, as you can see here. If I can actually get it to, close enough. Comes with a download card, and it's on this kind of purple pinkish swirly vinyl. So there's the vinyl. Custom center rings too. Very cool band from the UK. I really like them. Matter of fact, it's what's playing in the background. However, it is not this album. I was going to play this album in the background, but decided I wanted to show the vinyl instead. So what I'm playing is the Shadow of Sorrow CD. Some people may know this band. This is Ian Arkley of formerly of Seventh Angels band. So there we go. My Silent Wake. This next one was inspired by Brother Lee. He showed this album on his channel. Brother Lee is Noise Spectrum on the YouTube, and Warpig. And honestly, I never heard of them. Canadian bands along the lines of Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, and Black Sabbath, a little bit of Blue Cheer, all rolled in together. Early 70s heavy metal. Great stuff. This is a reissue on Creation Records from, I don't remember what year it was reissued recently. It was in the last few years. But yeah, it came with a Creation Records sticker, which I just threw in the back. I believe it's just on black vinyl, but it did come with a nice little, black vinyl on a custom center ring. But it also came with a nice little booklet. Page, it's not even a booklet, with a biography on this band. Very cool and very good stuff. I've played this record 3 or 4 times, and I've only had it for a few weeks now, so really enjoying that record. So thank you, Brother Lee, for hooking me up. That's what I like about the VC. You learn so much, man. You see so much stuff that you just might not hear of otherwise. But anyhow, Warpig, Canadian hard rock band heavy metal band from the 70s. Reissue on Creation Records. Pick it up. It's really good if you're into that style of Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, the early British heavy metal bands, as well as like Blue Cheer from the US. So there you go. Next one's a new release. I showed this one recently in my Striper video. One of my favorite albums of the year, no doubt. This is Striper, Fallen, and this album is fantastic. I really think this is one of the best albums they ever recorded, including their 80s stuff. Guitar sounds great. Michael Sweet sounds as good as he ever has on vocals. The vocal harmonies are there. The dual guitar solos are there. The overdriven guitar riffs are there. It's everything that you want Striper to be, minus the schlock, really, for the most part. You don't have any... there is, of course, the ballads on here, but even the ballads are better than, Honestly, which, to me, is just never a song I cared much for. Gatefold record on white vinyl. And there is black vinyl versions too. The white vinyl is limited to 300 copies, 350 copies or something like that, I read. And then there's a couple thousand, I think, of the black vinyl worldwide. So it's out now. It's a double record too, and it's out now. It's not going to last long with only that many copies pressed. So if you're interested in the new Striper on vinyl, pick it up soon on Ulterium Records. Definitely worth picking up. It sounds great. I have the CD as well, and the vinyl sounds as good as the CD. I don't really hear a huge difference in the sound quality. They both sound great. So another 2015 release. This is a band I was really into in the 90s, in the early 2000s, and I kind of just got, I don't want to say bored with them, but I guess I just got bored with them. And I kind of didn't follow them for a while, and was in a local record store looking around, and I found this one. It was on sale. It was exclusive to the store, and I grabbed it. And I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a chance, and I love it. This is a new Blind Guardian. This is European power metal for sure. These guys kind of started off having a more, almost a thrash metal sound on their early stuff. True power metal, where it borders heavy metal and thrash. This is, more typical of the power metal style. Not that it's keyboard crusted or all about Dungeons and Dragons. Well, I guess it is kind of about Dungeons and Dragons. Beyond the red mirror, and you kind of see the fantasy-based cover. That's just kind of the way they are, And this is a double record as well. It is a gatefold. And it's on pink vinyl. Translucent pink vinyl on Nuclear Blast. And like I said, I haven't followed him for a while, and I don't know why, I just hadn't. Like I said, probably got bored with him. But I'm really enjoying this record. I'm pretty sure we'll make one of my top albums for top 20, 25 albums for 2015, because it's just a very good record from Blind Guardian. Great guitar tones, great guitar solos. It sounds like Blind Guardian, what you would expect from Blind Guardian. Not a lot of orchestration. I think that's probably what I got bored with. A lot of the power metal bands were just getting so into all this orchestration. Even Manowar was one of those. If I want to listen to orchestration and opera, I'll go listen to orchestra music and opera. When I want to hear metal, I want to hear guitars, and I think that's where a lot of those bands were getting off. And this is not like that, so that's why I quite enjoyed it. Another 2015 release. A few people have shown this one recently. This is a new Broken Teeth, featuring, of course, Jason McMaster from Dangerous Toys, and as well as Watchtower. And this is more along the lines of what you might expect from Dangerous Toys and Watchtower, but heavier. It's a heavier Dangerous Toys, really, is what it kind of sounds like to me. Very raw, guttural, barroom, AC/DC inspired, Motorhead inspired heavy metal, and I quite like it. This is an EP. I think it's got 7 songs, including a couple covers, including a cover of The Hammer by Motorhead and a cover of Aerosmith's Lightning Strikes, and then a few original songs. Very good album. I always liked Jason's kind of raspy voice and vocal tones. Of course, him doing an Aerosmith song just seems natural to me. But they do the song very different from Aerosmith. So, anyhow, Broken Teeth, Bulldozer on Texas Metal Underground Records. There's a business card in here that they included with the record. I threw inside. Texas Metal Underground Records. And they specialize mostly in underground re-releases of older stuff of Texas metal bands. This happens to be a new release that they did put out. Also comes with an insert. There it is. And it's on a blue vinyl. I think it's translucent blue vinyl. And I think there's a splatter version and maybe a black vinyl version as well. I'm not a big... you know what? I mind color vinyl. I know some people don't like color vinyl. Some people love it. They go after all the different colors from bands. I personally only need one copy. Don't care what color it's on. I'm perfectly fine with black vinyl. Some colored vinyl is really cool, But if I get the splatter version or not, I don't care. So I just ordered one. That's the one that came. I'm perfectly happy with that one. This is the one I showed, and I have to re-show it because I didn't get a chance to open it and really show it. This is the new Power Mad. And this was sent to me by EJD715, Eric Dust from the vinyl community. And he also sent a copy to LJ, and LJ recently showed it in his video too. This is just fantastic. Came with a download card, which I immediately downloaded, burned up to a CD, and played in my car. This is thrash metal. Raw, heavy thrash metal. Much heavier than the earlier 80s stuff from them, which was actually bordered power metal at times. Very cool packaging on this. So here's your record cover, and it opens as a gatefold. However, the sleeve kind of fits into here. See if I can show you how that kind of rolls in. And you can see the artwork for the sleeve. But then it opens up like this. There's a bumper sticker in there too. But you can see incredible artwork for this. So glad that Eric picked this up for me. I'm a huge fan of this band. I'm going to have to just do a video and show just my Power Man collection. I do have several unusual things to show from them. A couple of odd... well, I've got the very rare CD pressing of the first EP and a few other things that's just very cool. So this one will make an appearance again in the video in the near future. Great stuff. Like I said, so very glad Eric sent that. Along with that, Corey from Corey's VC channel, him and I were having a discussion about... see if I can find it. Him and I were having a discussion about the Combat Boot series, and I have a rare CD pressing of Combat Boot series. It has bands like Have Mercy and Power Mad. It has like their demos on there, which is really cool. And he was telling me about, you know, he found the vinyl copy for really cheap. So I was like, oh, really? That was one of the few Power Mads I didn't have. So of course I immediately went looking. Combat Boot Camp on Combat Records. These things are pretty cool and fairly rare. Fortunately, I managed to score this one for under $10 on eBay. I bid on it, nobody else did, so I'm really glad. There are several versions of this out with the same cover and different band demos on there. I should have brought the CD, because the CD is actually more rare than the vinyl, from what I understand, and it actually comes in a box set, which maybe I'll just show in a box set video in the future. But yeah, 5-song EP. Really, it's their first demo. Nice Dreams, Blind Leading the Blind, Chasing the Dragon, Termination, and Plastic Town. I don't know if it's their first demo, but it is a demo from them. So there you go. Power Mad, Combat Boot Camp. Nice pickup. eBay pickup for a decent price. New album from Wasp. This is another one I've been spinning in my car quite a bit. This is they put out this album, which is newest, and the two before on vinyl at one time on Napalm Records. From what I understand, it's a pretty limited pressing, so they're going to disappear quickly. It's the only one I grabbed so far. I still need to get the other two. Hopefully I can get them before they're gone, but had to grab this one because I'm really enjoying this album. Yeah, Golgotha by Wasp, and this too is it's a gatefold, and I'm not going to pull it all out just to show it. Other people have shown this one quite a bit, so new Wasp record. Oh, excuse me, allergies are driving me crazy today. All right, this one came all the way from Germany. Couldn't get this one here. My buddy Olaf Becker contacted him and said, hey man, is there any chance you can find this out there for me? And him and I do a lot of trading back and forth, and sure enough, he found the copy for me. It came out here for business to the US and sent me it in the mail. It's the new rods on vinyl. I should say new rods, the latest rods. This is like 2011, I think this came out. And this actually features the last studio vocal by Ronnie James Dio on there. And Ronnie sang on a song called The Code, I believe. Yep, The Code featuring Ronnie James Dio. There you go. Great record from the Rods. Absolutely love this record. I think it's, I want to say return to form, but it's actually a reunion record. So it's a fantastic reunion record. Sometimes some of those 80s bands get back together and re-record, and you're just like, kind of wish they didn't get back together. This one's worth picking up if you don't know it. The Rods, Vengeance. Screaming with a Vengeance. Right here. Great record. Oh, by the way, this one's still sealed. I haven't even cracked the plastic on it, but I will. I will keep it sealed. I do have the CD as well. This one came in the mail just the other day. Kind of surprised. This is kind of AOR-ish, melodic metal. This is Lion. Dangerous Attraction. And to be honest, I only spun this one a couple songs for a few seconds. Haven't had a chance to really spin it. I used to have this back in the day, and I really can't remember a thing about it. What I do remember about it is that it had future Whitesnake and Dio guitarist Doug Aldridge playing guitar. And yep, there is Doug right there. The blonde in the group there. So I need to give this one a bit more of a spin before I can really say much about it. But what the year just come out? See if there's a year on here. 1987, Lion. This one is a reissue from maybe 2007. Yeah, 2007. This is one that guys like Reno and LJ were talking about. They were real cheap on Amazon, so I snagged it while it was still real cheap. I think it was like $11 or something like that. It was pretty cheap for a double record, reissue, 180 gram vinyl on. Is it on Metal Blade? It should be on Metal Blade. Yep, Metal Blade Records. This is Fate's Warning, A Pleasant Shade of Grey. And this is the first time it's ever been released on vinyl as far as I know. Here's the original CD pressing. Sorry for the glare, it's very sunny out today, so nothing I can do about that. So there you go, the CD and the vinyl of Pleasant Shade of Gray. This is another one, brand new. Haven't even cracked the plastic on it yet. Looking forward to giving it a spin. This is very, I'm going to say, proggy, melodic, even mellow for Fates Warning. This is definitely not the 80s style Fates Warning. But still a very good record that I quite enjoy. There's a review, if you're interested in my thoughts on it, there's a review on NoLifeTilMetal.com. This next one I'm super happy to finally get in my collection. I've bid on this thing tons of times on eBay, only to get overbid by somebody who's willing to pay much more for it than me. This is the very first Mama's Boys. And I've been missing this one in my collection for quite a while. This is Plug It In. And love this record. I think it's the best record they ever recorded. I'm trying to remember which song. Needle in the Groove. One of these songs, I can't remember which one it is now. Top of my head has this really cool violin solo mixed in with it, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, you got the Professor on lead vocals, lead guitar, acoustic fiddle, and voice box. You got John McManus on vocals, bass, and Martina. And you got Tommy the Fanny on drums and percussion. Gotta love the 80s metal names, right? Anyhow, this is an Irish band, and really liked the other album they released after this one. But this album, honestly, it's just the best that they put out. It's like early Def Leppard. You know, it's hooky, but it's heavy and hard, and it rocks, and that's what I like about it. And when I say early Def Leppard, I'm talking On Through the Night Def Leppard. So there you go, Mama's Boys. LA band. I've been trying to find some of their stuff on vinyl for quite a while, and this is actually a band I have very little of on CD or vinyl. A friend of mine played with them for a while, Glenn Rogers, but he didn't play on this album. This is Steel Vengeance Prisoners. This album has two different covers. This is the U.S. pressing. Just straight up 80s heavy metal, bordering on speed metal at times, never really thrash, just heavy metal. Great stuff from the 80s. On a small independent label called Dutch East India Trading. Giant Records is the name of the record company. And see, I'll take this out so you can kind of see there's the band photos, and like I said, solid LA heavy metal. You know, I don't even know how else to describe it other than just straightforward, traditional 80s style heavy metal from a band that virtually unknown but shouldn't be. So there you go. Next one's kind of an AOR-ish hard rock thing that I picked up at a local store. I heard of the band, saw Brother Greeno talk about him once or twice, so I decided to grab it. It was cheap and in good shape, and it was also a pressing from the Netherlands on Vertigo label. This is City Boy, Book Early, and I think I paid $3 for it, or $3.99 or something like that, and it's in very good shape. Comes with the inner sleeve, and it's on the Spaceship style Vertigo label, and it's in pristine condition. Little hair on there, and yeah, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but I kind of enjoyed it. I contacted Brother Greeno and asked him what he thought of him, and he said it was worth picking up for $4, and I think he's right. You know what? It's not going to knock over any walls, but if you're into like the 70s style hard rock, early 80s style AOR, this is right up your alley. I can't remember what year this came out. It was like 1978, 79. I don't see a year on here anywhere. But maybe even like Fog Hats would fit with this band. You know, that kind of hard rock from the late 70s, early 80s. City Boy, Book Early. Goes back in the sleeve real quick. You can enjoy some My Silent Wake. So what I mean about them? Pretty doomy right here. Alright, next up, another one I picked up locally. I have almost everything by this guy. I was just missing this one because I couldn't find a clean copy. Cleanest copy I've seen in a long time. This is Robin Trower, Caravan to Midnight. Just glad to finally get a decent copy. Black vinyl. Always has a ton of ring wear. This one has a very, very light ring wear on it. Not enough to bother me, so I grabbed it. And then, of course, the record itself has the original chrysalis sleeve. The record itself was just in beautiful condition. So, yeah, I had to grab it. Again, another local pickup. Picked that one up, as well as the City Boy at Trolley's Records in Albuquerque. If you're ever visiting Albuquerque, New Mexico, Trolley's is probably the place to check out if you're looking for used vinyl. They have some new vinyl too, but the new vinyl section is much smaller than their used vinyl section. This was a shocker. I walked into the gym I work at next door is a one of those thrift stores. I walked into the thrift store. I just had some time to kill. Walked in. They had a pile of records. Usually it's the same old junk you see everywhere. Jim Neighbors and Lawrence Walk and that kind of stuff. But I was surprised to find all this like light Christian rock in there. Most of it's not my cup of tea. But while I was digging through, I found this that I didn't even know existed. This is on the Pure Metal label, and this is Whitecross, You're Mine. This is a promo single. Same song on both sides, and I couldn't find anything online about this at all. Not on Discogs, not anywhere. So I added this one to Discogs. But love Whitecross, 80s heavy metal Christian band. Of course, they were on the Pure Metal label, and I think Your Mine is probably the worst song they could have chosen off that first record to release this single. But it is a ballad, and it's just hard. Not a fan of that song at all. But I was just shocked to find anything by Whitecross in a thrift store, and especially something I'd never seen before, never even knew existed. So yeah, this is a cool one to keep in the collection, just because I'm such a big Whitecross fan. It's a shame they didn't pick a better song because it doesn't represent the album whatsoever. Whitecross, You're Mine. This was a gift from a friend. This is a promotional single for Night Ranger, Sister Christine, in the original sleeve. MCA Records, and he also sent along this record exchange sticker, which I've kept in the record since I received it. I'll probably take it out and put it in my scrapbook, but not a mind blower or anything, but still cool to have. There you go, Night Ranger, Sister Christine, Sister Christian. Yeah, that's it. I keep saying Christine, huh? Sister Christian. Another one I found locally. Finally found this, a decent copy of April Wine. This is Animal Grace. Great cover. Not their best record. Not a bad record. Very melodic, very clean, very highly produced, glossy, I'd call it. It's like I said, not a bad record for April Wine, but not their best. But I'm an April Wine fan, so I had to get it eventually for my collection. I actually did buy a copy of this from another company from oldies.com that came extremely warped and couldn't be fixed on the vinyl flat. So I was kind of bummed about that. That was actually Canadian pressing. This was actually on Aquarius Records. This is an American pressing on Capitol Records. I believe there's a picture sleeve in here too. Sort of. And the Canadian sleeve and the American sleeve are actually a little different. I believe the Canadian sleeve is red with a black logo, so it's kind of cool. And then, of course, you got the lyric sleeve on the other side. April Wine, and SMF Captain Howdy is a huge April Wine fan, and he's actually the one that got me really into them because I don't, not that I didn't like them, I just really never explored their catalog before. So started exploring their catalog thanks to him. Excuse me, I'm sorry I keep itching my nose, but allergy season is driving me nuts. I even take allergy medication, doesn't matter, still drives me nuts. Alright, so this is an EP that I picked up fairly cheaply here locally. Again, I actually have found quite a bit of stuff here locally, both 12-inch and a bunch of 7-inch vinyl. This is Slayer, Haunting the Chapel. This is a recent reissue on Metal Blade Records. Has the, if I can get it out of here, the inner sleeve, which thankfully they did not put the records in. They kept them out of, so they're not all torn and ripped up. Came in a separate sleeve that had this plastic lining in it. Let's see if I can get it out of here. And this is one of those blood splatter vinyls. So you got the red on the translucent clear vinyl. It's got a little fleck too. When I first got it, I was wondering if it was a mistake or a. If you look right there, there is a little black spot. It's actually part of the vinyl. It's just a little piece of color that got into the vinyl. Plays perfectly fine. There you go, Slayer, Haunting the Chapel EP. Always loved this EP. Chemical Warfare, Captor of Sin, Haunting the Chapel, and then they added the bonus track Aggressive Perfector, which I believe they took off the Metal Blade, one of the Metal Massacre compilations. All right, we're getting to the bottom of the pile, finally. This one again, another one that I found locally. Dang it, Charlie's Records. I'm telling you, my that was just driving me nuts today. I need some sandpaper. All right, I don't have a crack the plaques on this one either. This was Lordi, the I can never say this right. Ellipse, the Ellipse. Lordi, of course, being a I believe from Norway. They're just they kind of wear the masks and the makeup like I don't know, kind of like gore, but their music is nothing like gore. Their music is very Kiss inspired, 80s style heavy metal, melodic, memorable hooks, just great stuff. Very cool videos too. Check them out on YouTube if you're not aware of who they are. This one was $12.99, 2 LP, and I haven't even cracked it open. Let's crack it open now. We'll do a little sealed reveal right now. They said it was used, but I think it's not. Sometimes they'll stick stuff in there that's just hasn't sold and sell it for as used, and it's actually new. So we got 2 LPs on black vinyl. Yeah, this has never been played. This is in pristine condition, and it is on very thick, probably 108 gram vinyl. Who's Your Daddy? I think there's a video for that one on YouTube you can check out. So there's the picture sleeve for that one, picture sleeve for the other one, band photos. Night of the Loving Dad. Dead, not dad. Again, black vinyl. And there's a gatefold, like I said. There it is. Lordi, the Ellipse. $12.99. Good deal for a 2-album set, and obviously in new condition. So these next two, I'm shocked that I had forgotten about these and don't have them in my collection until now. Again, this is another one inspired by Brother Lee. Noise Spectrum. He showed his 3 records, the 4th Degree Burn EPs, and I'm like, how can I forget those? I mean, I'm a huge Nugent fan, a huge Molly Hatchet fan, huge Frank Marino fan. That's the 3 that were released. So I, of course, immediately went looking for them. I was able to find 2 so far. So here is a Ted Nugent 1st Degree Burns EP. And it's basically just a compilation of songs. This one has Flesh and Blood from Scream Dream, Yank Me Crank Me from Double Live Gonzo, Motor City Madhouse from the self-titled album, and Out of Control by Cat Scratch Fever. Still, it's Nugent, I had to have it, and I got it. And I definitely paid under $10 for that one, and under $10 for this one. This is a UK pressing. This is Frank Marino Mahogany Rush, and again, you've got 4 songs on here. You've got Livin' from What's Next album, Purple Haze from Mahogany Rush Live, The World Anthem from World Anthem, and Tales of the Unexpected from Tales of the Unexpected. So I'm glad to finally have those in my collection. Not sure how I forgot about them, but I'm still missing the Molly Hatchet one, and I have not been able to find that one. If anybody knows where I can find a copy at, or you have one for trade, let me know. So I'm still looking for 4th Degree Burns by Molly Hatchet. And these are the last 2, and neither one of these are metal. They barely even fit into the hard rock category, but I'm going to show them here anyhow. This one I found, again, when I was going through that local budget store next to my gym. This is Phil Keaggy, Flipside. I love Phil Keaggy. Great guitar player. Started out in glass harp, and then, of course, he's been solo for decades now. Great guitar player, great songwriter, very Beatles influenced in his sound and style, but much more intricate than a lot of the Beatles stuff. And, of course, you got it's called Flipside. And you got 2 covers, so you got the acoustic side, and then you got the electric side. And the actual album cover sits like this, because here's the spine. So this is actually the way the album comes. The cover sits. I'm not sure why it's sideways. It's kind of weird, but that's just the way it is. And like I said, I like Phil Keaggy, just one of my favorite guitar players. Great contemporary Christian guitar, rock guitarist, and you know, not something you can say I don't like Christian music. Check out Phil Keaggy anyhow. Like I said, great guitarist. He's got some awesome instrumental albums out. Anyhow, Flipside, found that's for $1 in great condition. The last one I'm going to show is this is kind of a mix of sounds. I'm going to say punk, indie, garage rock, bluesy a little bit as well. This is Railroad Jerk. And to be honest, I picked this up because a friend of mine plays in there. This is Tony Lee, who formerly played in Heathen's Rage, among other bands. And, you know, he's a friend of mine since high school, and he told me he had played in this band. And so I decided, you know, I'm going to pick some up and check them out. And surprisingly, I really like them. A little bit outside my usual spectrum of you know, hard rock, heavy metal, prog, and all that kind of stuff. But just very hooky stuff. The song Banging the Drum is on here, which I played a clip of that not too long ago. The 7-inch single I picked up. Great track, very hooky song. And this is a gatefold. I might as well show that too. I'm going to show all the other gatefolds. So there you go. That is Railroad Jerk. Some independent garage rock picture sleeve on black vinyl. I don't like holding vinyl like that. And I believe this is from the 90s, mid 90s, which is odd to find this vinyl so I shouldn't say inexpensive, but pretty much inexpensive. 1995. So finding vinyl from the 90s is pretty rare. So I was kind of shocked to find that one for, I think I paid $10 or under $10 for it on eBay, and it is brand new. It was never played, so very happy to have that. Railroad Jerk. So that's it for this. Will be the December rock and metal update. So I will not be doing another one of these this year, most likely, at least not a 12-inch version. And that's it. So since I won't see you until then, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'm sure I'll have plenty more videos between now and New Year's, but just in case this is the only one you watch between now and then, I just want to wish you all the best. Thank you for subscribing and for watching my channel over the past year and a half that I've been doing this. Appreciate all my subscribers, appreciate all the comments you leave, because I love talking music. That's the reason I do it. Talking to a camera is not my favorite thing in the world, but talking to you guys below about music, I do really enjoy. So look me up on Facebook, Scott Waters, and we can hook up that way as well. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. God bless. Stay strong.